Here we go. Welcome into Frang and Mack Patriots-Texans pregame show here on Sunday night. Getting ready for this huge matchup. You could probably say it's the biggest game of the year right now for the Patriots. With the Cincinnati losing earlier today, Patriots with a chance to grab hold of that number 2 seed. Broncos are only up by 3 right now. Huge game with a lot of playoff implications and bye week implications for the Patriots. It's a game. It's a must win. I've been saying it all week. The Patriots have to win this game, and Frank and I are going to give you our keys to the game here. What do you think, Frank?
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. I think this game is more of a must win than we kind of imagined going into maybe a couple weeks ago, having control of our own destiny. Losing two in a row. Cincinnati lost today to the Steelers, who are red hot, by the way. Denver is currently up still 3 points just started in the fourth quarter. But Andy Dalton may be out for the rest of the season. He's got a break in either his wrist or his arm. It's in his throwing hand. So he's ruled out for next week. Patriots can shift with a win. They'll slide into that 2 spot and lock that 2 seed down. So this is definitely a must win. Houston can also capitalize too. So I
Agreed.
know, like you wrote a piece for the Suffolk Voice. It is a must win for them because with Indianapolis getting absolutely blown out today, they can control that AFC South. So yeah, let's get to our keys to the game. I know you have a couple offensive keys, so let's hear them.
Yeah, the first one is, I don't expect this Patriots offensive line to really hold up against this pretty elite Houston Texans defense. I think they're giving up 9.7 points a game in the last 3 home games. But that's the defensive line. I know J.J. Watt has a broken hand, but I'm still expecting him to be a force there. And Jadeveon Clowney hasn't been what we thought, but he's still a pretty elite player. So I'm not expecting them to really lock down that defensive line. But don't get your quarterback completely killed. Give him some time. And I'm going to put some on Tom Brady here. Don't force plays like you have in the past couple of weeks. Last week, arguably the biggest play of the game was him trying to force it on 3rd and goal in the red zone when he could have just taken 3 points, and he threw it into double coverage, picked off 99-yard interception return. He can't turn the ball over in this game to this mediocre Texans offense and give them good field position. He just can't do it. If the play's not there, take the sack or throw it out of bounds or do something. Don't try to roll out of the pocket and force it downfield in double coverage. No more of these deep balls. Don't try to get cute on offense. Just take the plays if they're there. If not, just throw it away and put the ball in the hands of your defense. And number 2, this is a game where James White, I know some people say he broke out last game, but the game plan needs to be around James White today. Gronk is playing. We don't know how much. He's probably going to be on a pitch count, but when he's out there, he's going to dictate a lot of coverage. Amendola is going to take up coverage. So that leaves James White. He's going to be open, and there's going to be a chance for him to make plays out of the backfield today. Their linebackers aren't extremely athletic. I think he can make them miss. He could have these key, first down plays where you pick up 6-7 yards, where you put your team in good field position. He needs to be heavily involved in the game plan today.
Yeah, I like your points. Going back to James White, coming off a huge performance last week, had 10 catches, 125 yards, I think it was. So it seems like he's finally cemented himself. By the way, quick update, Oakland has just scored a touchdown.
Did they?
And now they lead 15-12 pending the extra point. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, he's really cemented himself in the offense. I think Brady's starting to trust him a little bit. We weren't really sure when Dion Lewis went down who would kind of step up, Brandon Bolden or James White, in addition to LeGarrette Blount. So it looks like Bolden is going back to primary special teams role, maybe a couple third down, he's on the field for a couple third downs. But this is James White's, role that he's coming up to step up. And yeah, Brady, you got to protect Brady. J.J. Watt is a freak of nature. He's got a broken hand. I still expect him to be J.J. Watt. And Brady's been getting beaten up, been sacked 8 times in the last 3 games, in 36 quarterback hits. They got to double team him. And yeah, I assume Rob Gronkowski should be on a pitch count.
I would agree. Yeah, he can't throw him out there full throttle in the first game back, but moving the ball down the field, I don't know if you necessarily need him because as bad as this offense is, I think they can get into the red zone. Once you get in the red zone, you put them out there, you dictate them coverage, you get guys like Scott Chandler and Brandon LaFell open. It's just get them out there when you really need them, and that's in the red zone.
All right, let's move on to the defensive keys to the game. I got a couple defensive and special teams points for you, Mac.
All right.
It starts with the defense. Malcolm Butler. I'm calling him out. I want an interception today. Here's a defense that's kind of struggled the past couple weeks. Not in terms of they've been playing well. They just haven't forced a turnover. Only 3 turnovers in the last 3 games. They've forced 8 fumbles, though, in the last 3 games. I've only been able to recover 2 and that 1 interception. So I'm calling out the defense today to step up, force a couple turnovers. Hoyer is going to force the ball to DeAndre Hopkins, one of, if not the best wide receiver in the game of football. So we got to get to Hoyer. We got to force a couple turnovers. It's going to help. I'm calling out the special teams as well. 3 special teams touchdowns last week. Defensive special teams touchdown, the pick 6, the punt, in the punt return. So calling out the special teams led by Matt Slater, who are usually the Patriots special teams, usually regarded as one of the best in the league. They looked absolutely atrocious last week, and the defense not even on the field, they let up 21 points. So that's kind of hard to swallow as a Patriots fan. So looking for the special teams. Let's not give them any good field position. Hustle down Matt Slater, make some key tackles. Don't give them extra yardage. And those are the defensive keys to the game. I know we talked about it in our last podcast that kind of had some technical difficulties. But before we wrap up here in our pregame show, Frang and Mack, let's do some score predictions. What do you have today, Mac?
I've gone back and forth this all week. I originally at the beginning of the week I was going with Houston, but it seemed like towards the end of this week things were tilting the Patriots' direction. Gronk being out there is huge, absolutely huge. J.J. Watt might be a bit limited. So I think the Patriots are going to put up some points. I think they're going to answer the bell in this game. I'm going to say 24-16 Patriots get the win tonight.
The Patriots haven't lost 3 games in a row since 2002. 13 long years. It's not going to happen tonight. I expect them to roll a little bit, coming off 2 ugly, unfortunate losses. So I'm going to say that the Patriots roll to a 24-16 victory. I think the defense is going to come up with a late interception, and I'm stealing that from you. I know you said that early in the week. The defense is going to make a late stop. Even though they're up 8 to maybe a Malcolm Butler interception. But I think you got to still play J.J. Watt like he's 100%. We know he's not. Gronk's going to be on a pitch count. I still like the Patriots' chances this week against, as you aptly stated, the Patriots of the South, AFC South.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, the defense making them play to win this game. That's what they haven't done the past 2 weeks. I mean, you can blame refs, you can blame bad special teams, but when it came down to it, when the defense had to get off the field on 3rd down, 3rd and 11, they couldn't get off the field. And I think tonight they reassure themselves and they make the plays they have to win the game on defense.
All right, Mac. All that's left is to sit back and wait for the kickoff.
All right.
For Suffolk Overtime Podcast, I'm Frang, and that's Mac. Catch us every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. Suffolk Free Radio.
We got a post-game show?
Maybe, yeah. Let's do a post-game show tonight.
All right.
I'm here.
We'll be back in a little while.
All right. See you guys.
See you guys. Go Pats.